Hi, I'm Joanna, and no venture is new under the sun.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Vocational Podcast. Today, I have with me a wonderful, very athletic, very fast-thinking, and wise and intentional guest. My name is Joanna. Joanna, how have you been today?
I've been good.
How's your week been?
It's been good.
Today is Monday.
Today is Monday, so you know what? My weekend has been good. Didn't do too much, but it was relaxing, which is what I need. So I actually worked on Saturday, but it's
Oh my god. So
okay.
you would understand this more when we get into the episode, because in this line of work you kind of end up working some weekends, like every now and again.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty commonplace. That's like, did you get out at all this weekend?
I actually like to go on walks a lot.
So Joanna, how do we know ourselves?
I guess we work in the same industry, so
Yes, so industry
run into
pals.
each other a lot.
Yes, I know. I know you're ready to get me out of your hair, but it's not happening anytime soon. So I apologize.
I don't mind.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
Aye, Captain.
Kiss, marry, kill.
Say what?
Kiss, marry, kill. Sports edition. Sprinting, cross country running, hurdles.
You know what? I have been a sprinter time and time again. So actually, you know what? When I was in elementary school, I started out with like cross country, but like I was just like, why am I running for so long when it is so painful?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you get out of breath very quickly.
Oh yeah,
and
like
keep going.
2K. Why am I doing this to myself? And then like I also used to play soccer, right? So I would just also like, you know, soccer is like bursts of sprinting and stuff like that. So when I did those two, I was kind of like sprinting a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so sprinting for sure.
So kiss, marry, kill. Would you be kissing sprinting, or would you be marrying sprinting?
Oh, I'd be killing cross country any day.
Okay, cross country is dead.
Goodbye,
It's
cross
dead
country.
to us.
Yeah, yeah.
Who are you killing? And who are you marrying?
Oh, I'm
Who are
gonna
you
marry
kissing?
sprinting. I'm gonna marry
We're
sprinting
marrying
because like
sprinting.
hurdles, I've dabbled in it, but like I'm too
Yeah.
short. So to give you context, I am
Okay, so we're flirting.
5'3".
Oh,
So you know, hurdles and me.
don't worry. You're 5'3" to the haters, but you're 6 foot to me.
Okay, but I'm not 6'4" like you.
Exactly. Exactly. Whatever you see is an optical illusion. Okay, 6'4". Soccer,
Mhm.
American football, volleyball.
You know, I've never played American football.
No. Have you seen it played though? Do you think it's something like you would want to do or even try?
Isn't it just like a bunch of fighting?
Actually, wait. Now you put it that way, it's exactly like fighting. It's like they start off like tackling each other. Like that's the first move, isn't it?
Yeah, like, you know, I know there's a lot of football fans out there, but isn't football just another way of saying I like MMA, but MMA just sounds kind of boring, so I'm just gonna be like, football, I like football. You know what I mean?
So you're killing American football?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Who are you marrying?
Soccer.
And
Volleyball.
You're kissing volleyball.
Yeah, you know, it's fun with like friends, but I don't think I'd ever like get into it.
One, tennis, pickleball, or badminton? And badminton, rather.
Tennis, pickleball, or badminton. They're all racket sports though.
They are.
I'm not a racket sports girly. Like if I could, I'd just be like, bye to all of them, but I know that's
Okay.
not how it works.
No, it can work however way we wish it to. So are we killing all of them?
I've never played pickleball, so yeah,
Okay.
we could go without that.
Okay.
Tennis, as a kid, my mom put me in tennis, and all I remember was it was very hot every single day. Every single time I had lessons, it was like 30 degrees. So that's all I remember from tennis. So I could go without that too.
So it's not a good memory.
No. And then badminton, it's all right. I mean, yeah, we could like kiss badminton, but I don't
Okay.
think I'd marry any of them.
Okay, so none of you are wife material, husband
No.
material. Cricket, which is still a racket sport.
Okay.
ice hockey,
Uh-huh.
swimming.
Well, I've only done one.
Oh,
So,
swimming?
yeah, swimming I'd like kit. And then like cricket and hockey. The one time I ever dabbled in hockey, it was like floor hockey. And then like someone absolutely destroyed my thumb. So, yeah. No, thank you.
Oh my god, I've heard that like the sticks are like really sharp on like the edge.
You know what? I don't know. But for floor hockey, it's just like in elementary school, so a bunch of kids, they're just like whipping the sticks around. And so like, you know, I'm holding my stick, someone else is holding their stick, and they just like end up hitting my hand, and my hand gets crushed between like my stick and like their stick.
Did you
So
make stitches? Or
no,
did you-
no, it was just like severely bruised.
Do you have like a favorite series of all time, like
TV series?
TV series, and like are you currently watching any?
I was watching Landman for a little bit.
Oh, what's that about?
The oil industry. I don't know. I don't know anything about the oil industry, but he just kind of like he's like a supervisor for like the sites and stuff like that.
So is it like The Office but meets the oil industry?
I've never watched The Office. Sorry.
What other series could you compare it to, do you think?
What other Have you watched Yellowstone?
I have heard of Yellowstone.
It's like that kind of like yeehaw.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's like country, very, very country.
I guess so. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Fair enough. And I'm guessing you watch Yellowstone. I've heard only the best things.
I
about
haven't finished
Yellowstone.
it, but yes, I have watched Yellowstone.
Who's your favorite character
Um,
and why?
Rip.
Rip. What does Rip do? Who is he?
He's like, I guess, the supervisor of the ranch. I don't know. Like he's not owner, and he's not like owner's son, but
Yeah.
you know he's able to get his stuff done.
What's like his kind of like trope, like his kind of feel, like
His vibe.
his vibe, yeah.
He's like serious. I like him because my boyfriend played him, or no, was him, dressed up as him for
Yeah.
Halloween. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So that I think that's a good enough reason.
I think so.
You know what
too.
I mean? And then I dressed
Honestly.
up as Beth, which is, you know, like
Yeah.
Rip's love interest. So because he has like the
Really?
dark hair and everything, and then you know, as guys, like guys just wear the same thing every day,
To
and the
be
same
absolutely
outfit. So he
fair.
literally
I
just
mean-
took his regular clothes and he was like, "I'm dressed up," and I was like, "Wow, yeah,
You know
okay,
what?
Good for you."
That's exactly what I did for Halloween, because like I hadn't bought any costume yet, so I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I happen to work within engineering, so maybe.
Did you dress up? As an
I just
engineer?
took my hard hat. That's it. That's all I did. It was a very, very lazy costume, but I was like, you know what? I have a costume. You go to the gym a lot. Is that correct?
Actually, I don't know if I consider 2 days a week a lot.
For people who don't go at all, any day a week, it is a lot. What did your gym split look like when you started going, and what does it look like now? Like, how has it changed?
It's funny because I've been asked that at the gym.
Really?
And I say the same thing every single time, is that I don't actually have a split. I have a routine, and I do the same thing every single time I'm there for the past 2 years, okay?
I mean, consistency is better than like changing it every single month. Because I know people who like change it every single month, and it's like,
Yeah, they have a split, you know? They do arms, they do back, they
Yeah.
do legs, and sometimes they skip out on legs, because
Yeah.
apparently that's just like the worst part of gym.
apparently, but like girls, speaking for myself, of
Mhm.
course, really like legs.
Yeah.
So what is
Like
your
this every day.
what is like your one routine?
Okay, so I'll do a little bit of core to warm up, you know? Those mountain climbers, they really get you sweating. After core, I move to legs. Yeah.
Immediately?
Yeah, okay, listen, my core workout is like, it's a circuit.
Okay.
Okay, it's a circuit of 5 exercises.
Oh,
And you do
okay.
it 4 times, and you only rest 2 minutes between each
Like
circuit.
fair enough. So
Yeah,
a
and I
core
go
circuit.
Yeah, going to legs.
Mhm.
And for those, you know, typical squats. Well, I do the front squats and like and then like the regular squats.
Nice.
Yeah, and then after that, I'm going I go and I do my little pull-ups. So that would make sense.
Like if your chin is right above the bar,
Yeah.
I think it could be chin ups.
Yeah. And then from there I do like, a little bit of dips for the triceps.
Okay.
And then I do a little bit of just like the dumbbell stuff.
It sounds very like full body.
It is full body, yeah. Because basically, I got the idea from track. Like when I was like running track, we used to do like full body after our workouts for track. So yeah, I just kind of followed that and then kind of modified it to what I enjoyed.
Honestly, like doing full body like twice a week, I feel like that should be enough.
I think so. I feel like it's
Honestly.
enough. I feel it in my bones.
You know what? Yes. After every workout, I bet you feel it in your bones.
And you know what other reason why? Like, it's just so nice to have the same workout every single time.
Why?
Is that at work, I'm thinking so much. And I don't want to think when I'm going to work out. Why would I have to decide, do I feel legs today? Do I feel like arms today? No. I am just gonna do what I usually do. Turn off my brain and just do it.
And like
and just sweat.
I bet like at some point like it's on autopilot. Like you don't have to think because you've done it so many times.
That's it. Yeah, and then you know what? Sometimes if I'm stuck on something at work, I'll just like think about work and work out at the same time. Okay.
If you had to have one season out of the 4 year round, which would it be? And why?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, not the transition seasons. I know that I'm gonna get some hate for that because, like, fall is really pretty. I used to.
It's cute.
Yeah, it is.
So not fall, not spring.
Not fall, not spring. I don't know. I'm torn between summer and
winter.
Yeah, because there's like fun activities to do in both.
I think so, but I don't know. I feel like there are more activities in the summer. Do you think?
You could say that. I mean, it's definitely nicer to walk in the summer than winter, but also like, how am I gonna snowboard?
You'd have to travel.
Yeah. Or I just get into surfing.
To somewhere within Canada too. You could travel to where has like an eternal winter within Canada?
I think somewhere in the States or something. So not Canada.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Not even Yukon?
None of it? Actually. I don't know if people go to Yukon to snowboard. It's typically like a BC, Alberta thing.
Really?
Yeah.
No, but I'm thinking somewhere where you can have like the best of both worlds. So where like it's super duper sunny in Ontario.
Yeah.
But like you could go somewhere else to snowboard within Canada.
Yeah. I don't know. I've heard that the States you can like surf for the 1 hour and then like snowboard the next hour. So I might be wrong though. That might be like a different geographic location. But I've heard it exists.
Okay, so if you had to choose two, it would be summer and winter then.
Yeah, I can't choose between those two.
Fair.
Yeah.
Would you describe yourself as an adrenaline junkie?
Definitely way more when I was younger, but I still won't I'm not gonna shy away at an opportunity where I can get the heart pumping a bit.
Fair enough. Because like you have done bungee jumping before. How was that?
Yes, actually twice.
Twice. How was the first time, and how did you decide you were going to go the second time? Because for a lot of people, it's like a bucket list item where it's like one and done.
Yeah. First time. It was my dad's idea, actually, because we were in Macau, and then we were like, okay, let's go visit Macau Tower. And then we were like, oh my gosh, bungee jumping. And so we went for it, and you know what? The first time was really fun.
Okay.
Yeah, we did flips the entire way down. Or no, that's a lie. That's a lie.
Air?
Actually, no. That's a lie. We did not do flips the first time. We fell face first, and it was just like the entire time my face was just like facing the concrete,
What?
Yeah,
I would have an existential crisis. I'll be like,
yeah. Basically, they tie you up on your feet, and then they get you to the edge, and this cord that ties your feet up. It's got weight to it. Okay. So it's basically pulling you. The only thing that's keeping you on the platform is the guy that's holding your shoulders almost, because this cord is just pulling you to the point that you're about to tilt forward.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and so this guy's just like, smile at the camera, wave, you know, like, say your last words.
Say
No, I'm
your
kidding.
Stop it. My last words,
No, your
anybody.
last- okay, clearly they were my last words. But like, anyways, but yeah, and then they let you go, and you just go pancake all the way down.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And you did it twice, same trip?
No, not the same
Okay.
trip. So that was way back. And then the second time was actually just this year. So
Ooh.
it was like more, I guess, foresty. You know, it
Was
like
this in
a-
Canada?
No, it was in China.
Oh.
Like the glass bridge or something like that. It was in some sort of valley.
Mhm.
And so this time it was all like forest underneath you. It's really,
Yeah.
really pretty. And then this time I did flips all the way down, so I didn't get to enjoy the view, I guess. Not that I was enjoying the view the first
Enjoy
time.
the
but,
concrete
like-
floor.
No, there was a little bit of a view.
Okay.
Like, you know, because you're so high up. Like, it's like, I think it was like 200 or so meters for the first one. So,
You're not making a very good case for it for me to go. I'm sorry. Would you try paragliding?
I've actually done that.
Ooh.
Yeah,
How was it?
It was fun. It's fun. We did in Japan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't remember too much of it because
Oh,
it was.
were you younger? Or?
Yeah, I was a bit younger. We did some sort of course for it, but
Okay.
because the course, like the exam at the end, was all in Japanese, couldn't
Oh.
read Japanese, so
Oh,
I couldn't
they-
actually like do it. I like
They
went
make
through the
you
lessons,
take
but
and like a lesson and an exam.
yeah, to get the license, you would have to do the
Oh.
exam, but I couldn't read Japanese, so I couldn't do the licensing.
So how
I just
they
did the
get
course.
you?
Huh?
Oh, so they let you on it even with just the course.
No. So it was like very short duration. It wasn't. Or actually, no. Maybe we went. Maybe it was something like the. Yeah. So like, I think I was like attached to someone, and we went together.
okay,
I
so
think that might have been the case.
Excuse me. So you had to go with the guide.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Would have been
Now,
fun though by myself. Maybe one day. One day when the test is not in Japanese, or maybe if I learn Japanese.
you know what?
You know.
How about both? You
Or
learn
that.
Japanese, and then the course is also in Japanese.
Yeah.
You're able to take it.
I mean that would work out. That'd be
Yeah.
nice.
Now to the meat and bones of this episode. I hope with that round of questioning, we've gotten to know Joanna a little bit more. So, in your own words,
Mhm.
could you please tell us what you do, like for a living?
What I do, okay. I do structural engineering. I am what people would used to call an EIT.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, a lot of different things. So it's very project dependent. So
Yeah.
sometimes, you know, I'll go out on site, I'll look at construction, watch them do like the structural stuff. So like, you know, pour the concrete, do the rebar, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then other times I'll do like these inspections. So like existing structures, you know, you look at the condition of the existing structures, kind of like how the concrete's looking, if it's like, you know, cracking or something like that. Yeah, and then other times there's like design involved
Mhm.
where, you know, you run your numbers, the background stuff. So, you know, you got your proposals, your reports.
Yeah. So in essence, it sounds more like a consulting role.
Yeah,
Type of thing.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Very, very interesting. So actually, I have a question like
Mhm.
kind of related to that. So you do more of like the supervision and like you don't really, you know, I don't know. So there's a difference between, let's say, an electrical engineer
Mhm.
and an electrician.
Mm-hmm.
So what's like the electrician version of
Mhm.
a structural engineer? Do they have like a
Uh,
specific name?
The contractor.
Fair enough. The tradesman.
The tradesmen, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the people that do the rebar, the
Yeah.
people that pour the concrete, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anything to do with, like, I guess, the skeleton of a building or something.
You finished from Western University and you did your undergraduate there. So,
Mhm.
did you like set out to be in this like field of work, like within consulting, while you were like doing your undergraduate degree? Like, was that in your plans?
Definitely not first year. I had no
Okay.
idea what engineering even was.
Fair enough.
I was like, I'm just crunching numbers. My calculator is my fork, and my pencil is my knife. Like, I don't know. Yeah, and then second year, because like how Western works basically is like first year is general, right?
Yeah.
And then second year you like start specifying. You're like, oh, I want electrical, I want mechanical, or like I want civil. So they didn't have like a straight like structural engineering in second year. Yeah, so it's civil first, and then after you complete your second year in general civil, then they make you specify further, and they're like, okay, environmental or structural. And I was like, structural. Still didn't really know what engineering was, to be honest with you. So I don't think I could say confidently that I wanted to go into consulting. But eventually, after like my third year, I did a very, very long co-op between my third year and my fourth year. And then that's when I like got into like consulting, and it was funny because like the job description wasn't even a job description, to be honest.
It was very vague, was it?
No, actually there wasn't even a job posting.
Oh. Please tell us more.
Yeah. Enlighten you.
Please enlighten us.
How
wasn't there a job posted? Did you like grab it from the ether? I was like, yes.
No, I felt it in my bones. I was like, I need a job. So
the feeling in our bones again.
The feeling in my bones, I'm telling you. Listen to your bones.
You heard it here first. Listen to your bones.
End of second year and third year, I wanted a summer job, right? And so I started applying, I think, very late for this summer co-op.
Okay.
And I might have started applying maybe like January or something like that, and I didn't realize that was late for industry standards. And so, I almost thought, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to like go back to like lawn maintenance. I'm gonna have to like wash windows, which like, nothing wrong with that. A job is a job, right? Yeah. And so I was very close to actually like signing an offer letter to go wash windows, and then like randomly a place calls me up and they were like, like come in for an interview. And then I ended up like getting this position called process engineering project student. So that was nothing related to like structural or anything, but I was like, okay, you know what, I lucked out. Like it's cool that I can at least like put something on my resume, like something not even related, but like something that sounds fancy. Get my foot in the door,
Yes, honestly.
Yeah, and then after that I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot make the same mistake for my co-op that I want between third year and fourth year. So I was like, I'm gonna apply early. Like as early as possible. And so at that point, there wasn't actually job openings, because they don't even post the job openings that early. But basically what I did was that before I went into my third year, I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna walk in and just hand in my resume. Yeah, and that's what I did, and place got back to me, and they were like, okay, like once your third year's done, come do your co-op with us.
Oh, you know what? That's so smart, and like that's a master class in learning from your mistakes. Honestly, you're like, this happened last year, it is not happening again.
Exactly, and I was like, I don't want to stress about this during like exam season. I don't want to deal with that when I have to stress about exams.
Honestly, perfect planning on your part. So when I think about like consulting, I think about like the project delivery aspect of things. And now you mentioned that like your initial co-op before like this co-op that's transitioned to like a full-time role, you did process like engineering.
Process engineering,
on like the project deliveries, like from a project delivery standpoint, how did your responsibilities within like process engineering differ from like consulting?
As a 4-month co-op student, like I think you don't get that many responsibilities, but it was a lot of like looking at how like packages and stuff like that, how they were being sorted and I guess processed in a way. And then also we would run through like actions of sorting the packages and seeing kind of like refining the entire method of sorting packages.
So within your current role right now, what's something like in the day-to-day that really surprised you, like that you didn't expect to be doing when you envisioned a structural engineering role? What's one thing that you're like, that's new, or that's unexpected?
You know what, going into it, I didn't have like any idea of like what I was supposed to do other than like, oh yeah, I know that I need to run numbers for like certain design elements, like a beam for a building or something like that. But other than that, I didn't know the business side to it. I didn't know like the contract side to it, stuff like that. So like I wouldn't say any of like the tasks were really a surprise, but it's cool to be able to like dabble in, proposal writing, and then like also go on site and do like contract administration.
Yeah.
And then also like the structural inspections. That was not something I was surprised that we did, but also I was kind of like, oh wow, like that's cool that like we get to
do that.
Yeah, exactly. Like we get to do some stuff that's like hands-on and so
that's like really really interesting, because like I don't know, a part of me when I think about engineers within consulting as well, it's just mostly only the engineering part.
Yeah, like the behind the computer part, right?
You never really suspect that you have to be there like in person to like either supervise or even like have to meet with the tradespeople in person, but like it's very client facing a lot of times, no?
Yeah, I would say so. You definitely interact with like a whole very like large variety of like different people, different businesses and stuff like that. I haven't actually like gotten any exposure to clients or anything like that yet, but I think that's definitely something that I would like to give a try. Yeah.
And like you end up also like liaising with other engineering disciplines.
Oh yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
How did you find that like initially when you started like in your consulting role? Like was it a situation where you're like, we're not speaking the same language? Like for instance, you're in structural, imagine having to speak to maybe someone who's done mechanical all their life and they're throwing out all these jargons at you and you're like, sure. Okay. So how did you find that?
Yeah, I think there's this like one instance where we had to put up this like translucent wall.
Translucent wall?
Translucent wall. It's like kind of like I don't know, just to let sunlight in, but then like also like it's not completely see-through, right? And so architecturally they were like, we would love this wall to just float. Float, no obstructions, nothing.
Float?
No, like, because once you start
like
putting support, once you start putting supports in, you start to like obstruct, like visually, it's not as aesthetic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they were like, okay, like, so the certain places that we wanted to put the supports in, they were like, doesn't look the best. Like, try not to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so obviously, like, we had to try our very best to not obstruct their artwork.
The aesthetic.
Yeah, exactly. And so it didn't work out very well because like, there's certain areas where you have to put supports. So having to like kind of be like, hey, we really need supports here, that kind of thing. Not completely adhering to their vision.
So it's like a lot of you get some, I get some, you have to meet in the middle kind of situation.
Exactly.
More than fair enough. Now you mentioned like within when you were going into second year, you kind of have to make a decision. Like if you're going into civil or structural or environmental, how did you come about the decision to go with structural, and like what were the other options outside of like environmental and just straight civil engineering?
I think it was more of like a process of elimination. And it's like, because based on what people told me at the time, so I knew nothing about like any of the two, but people were like, oh, environmental, you work a lot with like stormwater, wastewater treatment plants. And I was like, that's not really for me, so I'm just gonna go in the other direction.
Why wasn't it for you? Like wastewater, water, and
don't know. It's just not something that like interests me, I guess. Like I don't want to deal with pipe. You know? Like that's not really something I want to spend my time on, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know. Yeah. That was kind of my thought process a little bit. And then structural, I was like, it wasn't that I wanted to do it, but I was just thinking maybe I would enjoy this a little more than to deal with wastewater and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like civil engineers, do they deal with both, or do they also have like a specific area that they deal with? Because I know like structural and wastewater and environmental kind of fall under. Is there like a more general one that people could do?
Not at Western, but it is a thing. Civil, obviously, there's a lot of like sub-disciplines within civil.
What
but
are they?
Well, you know, obviously you got your like transportation, like, you know, your highways and stuff like that. And then it's funny because going into my co-op, I actually thought civil and structural were the same thing.
Me too. Like,
I totally
always thought so.
Civil and structural were the same thing. And the only time when I started like realizing that they were not the same thing was when I actually went to site for civil stuff.
You were like, what's going on here?
Yeah, literally, I was like,
I'm so lost.
What? And so I started looking at civil stuff because I think the civil department, they just didn't have enough people to go do their site visit. So they were like, why don't you go? And I was like, sure, why not? So I went, and I was looking at a lot of like storm pipe. So this was like CA work, like contract administration work, you know?
Okay.
So that's when they start, you know, digging the trenches, doing like the gravel bedding, and then they put the pipe down. And so eventually, you know, over and over again, every single day for like 3 months straight, I was watching all this civil stuff being put in. And they also do like sanitary, they do like manholes, catch basins, stuff like that. And then I was like, oh, and they also do like the grading of buildings, and then also like the asphalt. So I was like, okay, so this is civil. You know, I was like, this is civil. And then while I was there for the civil stuff, obviously, like they were also doing some of the structural stuff as well. That I wasn't in charge of looking at the structural stuff, but I got to like kind of see it on the sides, and I was like, okay, so like the reinforcement, like the rebar and the concrete, that's structural.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, exactly. And then obviously, you know, any of like the framing of the building and stuff like that, that's structural, right? Yeah. So that really gave me a good understanding of what structural isn't.
I wonder, like, after, you know, after that experience, did you like ever think, maybe civil is not so bad? Like, did it ever cross your mind, like, if I didn't go into structural, I might have just done civil?
You know what? Yeah, I wouldn't mind like learning about civil. I don't think I would want to specialize in civil, but I think to know how to like calculate all of the elevations and all of that, and like how to size like the pipe and like the maintenance hole, I think that's a good skill to have.
Fun enough.
Cool, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fair enough. And like in your first year, you mentioned like it was general engineering. Yeah. By general engineering, do you mean like every single discipline of engineering?
It was like nobody specialized in anything. It was just called, like, the program was just engineering. So there was like, I don't know, hundreds of us. Engineering.
So if it wasn't like the umbrella of civil that you did, which would it have been? Like if you had to choose a different one? Oh, you're making me have like civil
flashbacks to when I had to like rate my
not PTSD.
Yeah, no, literally like rate the disciplines.
Not PTSD. Rate the like they made you guys rate.
Yeah, they were like, okay, so here's the list of like mechanical, electrical, mechatronics, software, civil, and they were like,
and
in
you guys
order
were like kids.
From 1 to like 6, like rate your favorite one and your least favorite one.
But you guys were kids. How are you supposed to make that decision?
I know, we didn't even know what any of them were. You just have to like look at it and be like, I like computers.
And that's why this podcast exists. So now you know what to choose. So if it wasn't civil, like under
Wasn't
that
civil.
umbrella of civil, what would it have been, do you think? Just from like what you know now about what little you know now about all the disciplines.
Well, it wouldn't have been software because I can't code. I can't
and I
code to
both.
save my life.
You and I
So, maybe like mechanical.
Ooh. You seem to really like materials, like just anything.
Yeah, I'm a materialistic person. No,
But
I'm kidding.
I didn't even mean it that way, but that's so funny. I'm sorry. But like the physical things you could see to engineer, I feel like that's kind of your vibe, or rather, like that's kind of what you lean towards.
Yeah, I like my hands-on DIY stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy my car.
I mean,
I like to, do stuff to it. So.
no, fair, absolutely fair enough. So, do you think like someone who likes to do stuff with their hands, like that would succeed in your field of work? Like, do you think it takes any, I don't know, special skill sets or just a special disposition? Like, do they need to be calm? Do they need to be super duper attentive to detail? Do they have to be willing to work with their hands?
I don't think in particularly, but I think you have to be open to always learning because like every single day when I'm working or like even just like design work, I always learn something new. Even if I've like done something similar, I end up learning something new. It ends up breaking my brain, and then eventually I figure it out, and I'm like,
Oh, that's how to do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, like, do they have to kind of get comfortable with not knowing?
Exactly. Not knowing what you're doing, having to like, literally like, you have to get used to completely scratching your head.
Yeah.
And then just, I guess, what is that word? Having the ambition?
Ambition? Is it ambition? Grit? Tenacity?
Something like that. You just like to like be able to do it no matter what.
Yeah. So like
just,
try
like,
and
figure
fail
it out.
and try and fail and try and fail,
Exactly.
but just keep trying.
Exactly.
to, like,
Like you gotta like really just want to figure it out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind rating like your stress levels?
My stress levels?
Like between not like you as a person. Let me say,
not
like,
my life stress levels.
Let's say like average stress level to be expected from a structural engineering consultancy role. What do you think that would be?
Really depends on the week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's say
Now that it's Christmas, things are
Okay.
like tapering down, so
True.
like I'm not in like complete
Fair.
mode, but
Fair.
I guess during like a busier season, like
Mhm.
you're gonna work overtime.
Yeah.
You're gonna think about what you're doing in the shower because
Yeah.
you couldn't figure it out earlier.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. Let's like rank it by the seasons on a scale of 1 to 5. How's winter?
winter.
It's like January to I don't know, April, I think.
I don't think I've been there long enough to actually know, but
Okay.
based on what I've seen so far, I think it's like more construction.
Yeah.
So like you're going on site, you're doing your contract administration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a scale of 1 to 5.
Scale 1 to 5.
Stress levels.
3.5.
2.5. So
Yeah, it's not like middle, but like it's like a little more middle,
It's a
more
little-
than middle.
okay. Yeah. Okay. Spring. Spring.
Spring.
So from like May to
I think that's
like,
kind of crunch
August?
time, to be honest with you.
Yeah?
Because like people like to also do construction in the summer, right? So they're like,
Yeah.
okay, design work, like get out.
Yeah.
I think that's like it can be a 4, to be honest with you. Because like if you're trying to like push design work out, then
Yeah.
you're gonna work overtime to like
You are.
get your numbers out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And let's say what's next? Spring, summer.
Summer, I think is more CA as well. I would say
Okay.
you've got a little bit of design work. Also, like you know, if you have any inspections, if you do any inspections, you're gonna want to do your inspections in the summer. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's not bad actually. You know, if it's CA work, I guess it depends on what you enjoy. But personally, like
Sure.
I don't mind CA work, so
Yeah.
maybe like 3,
Okay.
2.5.
Three, so let's say 2.75.
But it also depends on the project, you know? Maybe
Okay.
you have like an ongoing, very long project, and then all of a sudden, like in the summer, they're like, okay, like do this percentage of submission. And then you gotta start pushing again.
Yeah.
So
That's
it just depends on what you have at hand.
Honestly, yes, but like I'll say like on an average,
Yeah.
3 is a really good rating.
Yeah.
I'm not
Like,
gonna
you know,
lie.
like if you're on like kind of like that small project kind of role, then
Yeah.
your construction is gonna happen in the summer.
Yeah. It is. I feel like I'm missing a season. I've said
Fall.
winter. I've said
Oh, but then also summer,
Yeah,
like I think
fall.
the reason why it's like kind of chill too is because
Yeah.
a lot of people are taking vacation. So
true.
like government people are taking vacation.
Yes.
So they're not gonna be like after you for like different things.
Yes. Very, very,
Um,
very true.
But yeah, like fall's pretty like I think it's kind of that transition between design and CA. Because you
Yeah.
can still push some CA, right?
It feels like CA is kind of year round.
Oh, it's year round, yeah.
Depending
Everything's
on
year
like
round. It's just
yeah.
But you know what? Actually, I don't know why this just came to me, but going back to like the skills that you were saying, I think for structural anyway, like you gotta really not be afraid of looking at numbers.
Yeah.
Like calculations.
So like math,
Yeah, math.
a ton of math.
Yeah, not that I ever like enjoyed math, but like you gotta be friends with those numbers.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You gotta whisper to those numbers. I don't know.
Funny you should bring that up because a lot of times when people like envision, you know, the non hands on deck engineering roles, so like non-tradesman roles, they envision okay being able to escape the math, being able to escape all the statistics, all the calculations. So clearly it isn't that's
Oh
not
no,
the
your
case
designs
at
are
all.
like solely based on your calculations.
solely based on the numbers.
Yeah, on the numbers.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Like, was there any class or like any subject during your undergraduate like studies that you think prepared you for what you do right now? Like, was there any like math class, for instance, that you're like, till this day I am using this calculation I learned in this class or like in this subject or on this topic?
So at Western they like drilled us for concrete.
Oh,
Like concrete class. 3 semesters.
oh, what?
Yeah.
So like
it wasn't one class.
every
It wasn't one
semester?
class, so it was like it wasn't like one like continuous class,
Okay.
but every like for 3 semesters straight. So like obviously like I think it was second semester, and then third year first semester, third year
Okay.
second semester. Yeah.
Okay.
There's just concrete.
Oh.
Concrete.
So pay attention
So
to
it's concrete in your head.
quite literally.
Yeah.
So pay attention to all your concrete classes if you're
Yeah,
interested
and then
in
also
working in structural.
steel as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, we did only 1 semester with steel, but
Mhm.
to this day, you know, I look back at my notes and I'm like, oh, like I think I've touched on this. I think I can do this because I've seen it before.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
That means it was entirely like worth your money.
Yeah, those 4
Honestly.
classes.
Those 4 classes.
That's where my money's at. Those 4 classes, not the other way.
Not the other. We kid, pay attention in class.
Yeah.
We kid. Okay.
So almost 1 full semester.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah. I mean,
Because you know how like 1 semester is like what, 5 classes?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've been, you know, 1 full semester almost because it's like the 4 classes that were worth my money.
So they really immersed you guys like within those 4.
Yeah. Those 4 classes were definitely good class.
That's very good. That's very good. So I wonder, like, did you like have friends or any information about other programs, like other structural engineering programs or just engineering programs in general aside from Western? Like, were you considering any other like schools before going to Western?
Actually, when I was picking like universities coming out of high school, I had no guidance whatsoever. It was because like I have no siblings. You know, I'm an only child, so it's not like I could be like, hey, older sibling, like what's it looking like? How do I do this? And honestly, coming out of high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I applied to policing. I applied to business school. I applied to engineering.
She cast a wide net and said, whatever fish I get is my fish.
I was like, keep my doors open. I don't know. And then eventually, I guess it was just like luck of the draw. It was like, oh, actually, no. I really wanted to continue doing track, and so Western was actually like my highest chances of like doing track while doing school. So I really wanted to go to Western. And then I ended up getting accepted. So I was like, okay, like my main thing was like, wow, I get to run. And then my second thing was like, oh, like I guess it's a reputable school, cool. And I guess like this is a reputable program, like sure.
So like you kind of just like stumbled into it, which
I stumbled. Really I really just fell. I was like la 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 la.
I really, really enjoyed that, like, particularly about you, because, like, the first thing on your mind was, I want to continue doing what I love, while also getting at least a decent education. So, like, it seems like it really did work out that way for you. Do you think, at some point, you would want to focus only on track? Ever?
If you asked me in high school, I probably would have been like 100%. Like, let me go to a track school. I'm going to the States. I'm going to be a D1 athlete. But now, you know what? I peaked in high school.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I peaked in high school.
Oh my goodness! So. Like, listen, you have so many years, and this is from somebody who's like super duper young as well. But like, we have so many years like ahead of us. Like, I think. I don't know where I read the statistic on, but the average human being has, I think, up to 3 careers during their lifetime.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Would one of your 3 careers, do you think, would be sprinting professionally?
I don't think I'd ever do it professionally. Because, like, the thing about me is that if I get into something, I get so into it that, like, I am the drill bit, and I will just spin in a circle in like the same spot and it gets to my head. You know what I mean? So because it's such a routine part of my life, like I can't go a week without running, okay? So I don't want to hate it. I don't want to have like a love-hate relationship with it. I used to when I was in high school because I was so into it, right? But I don't want that anymore. I want a healthier relationship with track, so I don't think I would ever want to do it professionally, because now that I, have kind of expanded my focus, it's been a lot better. I mean, I want to say like progress-wise, I'm like really peaking, but it's like it hasn't been bad, you know what I mean? And like also I'm enjoying going to track meets a lot more. It's not like this, wow, it's not like a job anymore. It's like I actually enjoy it. It's a hobby again, which is kind of nice.
You know something? The last guest I had on here said something like really interesting to me. She was like, she firmly believes that as soon as she attempts to monetize her hobby in any way, shape, or form, she's going to lose the passion and joy for it. So do you feel the same way? It sounds like you feel the same way about like track and sprinting.
Well, it's because when I do really well in something, you're like, oh, like I want to keep doing well. I don't want to see that like kind of up and down kind of thing going on. So I end up putting a lot of pressure on myself. I'm like, every single time has to be a personal best. If I'm not running my personal best, then I'm doing something wrong. But like, if it's personal best for a reason. You can't running your personal best every single time.
Honestly, yes. And I don't know if this relates in any way, shape, or form to like sprinting, but like, I watch a lot of musicals and Broadway. I'm a musicals nerd, right? So there's this popular Broadway singer who said that the voice that you sing with during auditions will never be your best voice. Your best voice would be like maybe when you're on the toilet or like when you're like in front of a mirror, but like your personal best will never be the best that you showcase. It will be your practice best kind of that you showcase, like when you have to actually present or when you're at the proper track meet and stuff like that. So I 100% agree with you, like where you can't run your personal best every single day.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with like what that singer said. That totally applies to track too. It's like I find that I sometimes will run really, really well during practices. And then like, you know, when you're at a track meet or something, you're like, but I think I ran better when I practiced.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that goes back to like just not focusing on it so much. Like I think like, not saying that you shouldn't focus on it, but I think if you over focus on it, it just kind of like
it like sucks the joy out of it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly. You can't, you know, perform at your best because you're just like so tense on like doing or wanting to achieve a certain result.
Yeah. Talking about being tense, this job market is abysmal.
Is it?
I've heard it too.
I've heard job market period is abysmal. I didn't know specifically any certain one, but yeah.
I'm definitely speaking like more in general than like about the industry. So do you have like any interview tips to leave our audience with as we bring the episode to a close?
Interview tips. Be yourself. Like, I know that it's easier said than done to like do that, but be confident in your own skill set. Walk in honestly like open to anything, right? And to be honest with you, I've had my fair share of like printing papers, you know what I mean? But yeah, and also I know that like since COVID they've been like places have been hesitant on like accepting physical resumes, but don't be scared to like walk in and like hand in a physical resume, be like, hey, you know, I'm looking for this kind of position, because you know, if you apply online, great, and I'm not saying you shouldn't, because you can reach a lot more companies that way. Like, you know, say some place in Alberta you're interested in. Obviously, you're not gonna fly to Alberta and be like, hey, here's my resume, and then come back.
The actual company, no, save your coins if you're jobless, especially.
Exactly, but you know, you're a number, right? If you apply online, they don't see a face to the name. They maybe might not even see the name. Yeah, but at least like if you go in person, it's like, oh, like, you know, this person, I guess they're somewhat sincere if they made a point to go in person.
Made the extra effort.
Yeah, exactly. So.
See you guys in the next one.